welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching and for subscribing. And if you're just visiting, please consider subscribe. So today I'm going to do another installment of sampling samples where I take some samples from my collection and try them out with you and share my opinions about these fragrances. Now, this edition is going to be the Gourmand edition. I have 5 fragrances from 2 different houses and all of them are gourmands, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Now, the first house that we're going to sample is called Chabaud. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. This is a French house that was established in 2014, and they definitely, I'm not sure if all of their fragrances are gourmand, but they definitely make a lot of gourmand fragrances, and their fragrances are not overly complex, and yet there are a lot of interesting ones. They are definitely delicious and they're very gourmand type of scents. So I have 3 to test with you today. The first sample that I have is from a fragrance called Lait de Biscuit. I'm definitely going to be butchering these names, but you will see the full bottle of the fragrance. And this one has only 3 notes listed. It is biscuit, vanilla, and caramel. So let's smell it together. And the name says it all. This is exactly what I get out of it. It's like a sweet cookie. I get the biscuit, I get the vanilla, and I get a little bit of caramel. I would say vanilla and biscuit are probably 2 of the loudest notes in here. Caramel is there a little bit more in the background, adding a little bit of sweetness, but this just smells like a delicious sweet cookie, maybe a sugar cookie. It is delicious. It is, like I said, in a way simple. There is nothing extraordinary. There is nothing overly complex about this fragrance. It is what it says. It's a sweet cookie. It is beautiful. I can't remember the exact pricing of these fragrances. I mean, it is definitely sort of in a niche category, but I don't think it's very expensive as many niche fragrances can be. So I don't know yet. I haven't made up my mind. I enjoyed this scent so much, but I don't know if the smell of a sweet cookie justifies purchasing a full bottle. I'm not sure, but I really, really like the scent. And if you enjoy these types of gourmand scents, then this might be something for you to try. Second one is called Lait Concentrate. Again, I have a small sample. And the notes in here are milk, caramel, and coconut. Again, you can see very, very simple notes. And to me, this smells purely like condensed milk. Again, I've mentioned condensed milk, I think, when I was talking about unknown pleasures. And I don't know how many of you have actually tried condensed milk, but if you have tried it, this smells exactly like condensed milk. Pure condensed milk. That's what it smells like. It reminds me so much of my childhood. It is just, to me, it's just a very delicious scent. It is definitely a nostalgic type of scent for me. I certainly haven't had condensed milk in a very, very long time, but this used to be very popular when I was growing up, and this is what it smells like. So I can't say that I'm really getting coconut in this, but maybe, you know, all these 3 notes mixed together, milk, caramel, and coconut, is what creates this smell of condensed milk. It definitely has a lactonic quality because of the milk, but overall vibe is condensed milk. I absolutely love it. Again, I'm sort of have the same dilemmas with the first one, although I absolutely love the smell. Is it worth having a huge bottle? And I think I've only only seen them in 100 ml. I don't know if they come in smaller sizes or not. I think if these types of scents came in smaller sizes like 30 ml, I would definitely purchase these. But you know, having 100 ml of a fragrance that smells like condensed milk, I'm not sure about that, although I really, really enjoy the scent. Again, if you love these types of sort of pure gourmand dessert types of scents, I would definitely recommend trying this one. And the third one that I have from this house is called Caprice de Sophie. And this is probably the least sweet or the least gourmand of the three that I have. The notes in here are red apple, raspberry, freesia, jasmine, orange, lemon, vanilla, sandalwood, and musk. So you can see that this is more of a sweet, fruity type of scent. And immediately I'm hit with the smell of red apple. That's coming out very, very strongly. I am also getting freesia in here. That sort of, to me, freesia is kind of a very fresh, almost watery type of scent, and that's what I'm getting here. There is also a little bit of citrusy vibe, but it is very light. There is vanilla in here, but it's not too strong. I can't say that raspberry is coming through very strongly. For me, it's mostly, I would say, red apple and freesia that I'm getting more than anything else. So this is definitely on the sweet, fruity side. Very, very pleasant scent. Very beautiful again. I really, really love it. I'm kind of picky with apples. I don't like every apple scent that I try. There are just some that I like and some that I don't like. I'm not quite sure yet what it depends on, but this one is beautiful. It's kind of very realistic apple scent, and then the other notes also mix really well with the apple. This is beautiful, beautiful scent. So as you can see, I am a fan of all three of these. I really enjoy all three. I also haven't purchased any full bottles of any of these yet, although I'm definitely considering one or two. I'm not sure yet, but whatever I've tried from this house so far, again, the name of the house is Chabaud. This is a French house. I really, really enjoyed. So again, for those of you that like sweet gourmand scents, definitely take a look at this house. Now, the second house that I'm going to share with you today is 4160 Tuesdays. This is a UK niche house, and this one was established in 2012. There are many people on YouTube that love this house and speak very highly of it. I have two samples that I'm going to share with you today, and these are the only two that I've tried from this house so far. Again, my sort of impression is that they make a lot of gourmand types of scents. So the first one that I have is rhubarb and custard. Again, I have a small sample, which I sprayed already. And when I first heard about this scent, I was really, really excited to try it because obviously I love gourmands and I really, really love rhubarb in a fragrance as well. So I kind of expected to absolutely love it. So let me tell you quickly about the notes, and then I will tell you about my impressions. So the notes in here are rhubarb, vanilla, biscuit, tobacco, hay, grapefruit, lemon, bergamot. So when I smell it first, I definitely get the rhubarb, but it's a different type of rhubarb than I've tried in other fragrances so far, like in, let's say, Delina or in Les Impératrices, where you get this really fresh, kind of crisp, tart type of rhubarb. This one feels like it's a rhubarb that has been cooked, and it's really soft and it's really mushy. I don't know if it makes sense to you. It is sweet. It is definitely not a tart rhubarb. So you get the biscuit, the vanilla, definitely in here, which make this rhubarb very sweet. So I get the biscuit, I get the vanilla. I definitely smell something else in here, which I'm having a hard time picking up. Not really tobacco, but perhaps hay, because it has some kind of green or slightly herbal vibe. And on one hand, I like this fragrance because it has that nice sweetness to it. But on another hand, there's something, I find something very strange about this fragrance. There is something in it that kind of bothers me. And I don't know what that something is exactly, but maybe it's that sort of a mushy texture that I get from rhubarb. Maybe I find rhubarb even a bit too sweet. I'm not sure, but there is something that really bothers me about this fragrance, and I definitely cannot see myself wearing it. Now, the second one that I have is called Creamy Vanilla and Crumble. And the notes in here are custard, whipped cream, vanilla, tobacco, hay, malt, and musk. So most of these notes sound like something I should absolutely love. But what I've noticed when I really looked at the notes for these two that I have, it seems like you have this collection of beautiful gourmand types of notes. But then there are some strange notes that I added to these fragrances. And we have tobacco and we have hay in both of these, which to me seem like strange additions to such gourmand scents. And I don't know if this is a coincidence just from the two samples that I have, or if this is kind of what this house does overall, add these sort of strange notes. At least they seem like a strange addition to me. If any of you have experience with this house, I would really like to know, is it kind of a thing of this house to add these strange notes, which tobacco and hay, to most of their fragrances, or is it just purely a coincidence from the two fragrances that I've tried? So let's talk about this one. Again, on one hand, I like it because I get the custard and I get the vanilla and I get the whipped cream. So you have that nice buttery sweetness. It does feel like some kind of baked good. But just like in the previous one, there is again something strange about this fragrance. And I'm wondering if it's these two strange notes that... please understand me correctly, these are not strange notes on their own. They just seem like strange additions to these scents. Where in the first one, I think I was getting hay more. In this one, I feel like I'm getting tobacco more. And to me, it just doesn't go together, this sweet baked dessert with tobacco. I don't know. Again, there's on one hand, I really like it. I get a sweet dessert. But on another hand, there is something that really bothers me about this scent. There's almost something, I don't know if it's something too sweet or if it's something from tobacco that bothers me. I am not sure. So I'm kind of a little perplexed about these two samples and this house in general. I sort of feel like this is not my type of house. Like these scents are not for me because there's something in them that really doesn't work for me, although I like the overall idea and there are definitely elements of both of these that I'm really enjoying. So on one hand, I kind of feel like these are not for me. On another hand, that makes me even more curious about other fragrances from this house. So I'm definitely not going to blind buy anything from this house because like I said, I don't think these are for me, but I might order a few more samples to see what I think about them. So again, if any of you have experiences with any of the two houses that I talked about today, definitely let me know, share your opinions, share your experiences. They would be greatly appreciated. And so that's it for today's sampling. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you soon in my next video. Bye!